Today we're going to talk about how to actually improve your sleep. I wear an Oura ring and track my sleep score every night, and I took my sleep score from this, like 50s and 60s, to just about 100. By the way, this is my new channel where I share all things health, wellness, recipes. I post new videos every single Monday. Make sure you're subscribed and also turn on that bell so that you get notified every single time I upload. I have so many videos planned for you guys this summer that I don't want you to miss out on. So make sure you subscribe and also go ahead and catch up on all of my recent videos if you haven't already. Just a little background, I have had my Oura ring now for 2.5 years. I've worn it just about every single night. P.S. I do get questions on a review for it. I absolutely love it. I love that it's not in my face showing me stats every day, but if I want to go on my app and I want to see my stats, I can. So something I really enjoyed is tracking my sleep and readiness score. So your sleep just kind of tracks your REM sleep, your quality of sleep, your oxygen, your resting heart rate, your stress levels, how long it took your body to relax at night. So it gives you a lot of data and a lot of information to go off of. And then your readiness is kind of sharing how your body recovered and your readiness for activity the following day. So it's been super fun to track, and I've had a lot of different ups and downs. And over the past few years, you guys know that I just really wasn't feeling my best. I had a lot of stuff going on. More on that in past videos if you guys want to check those out. But just as recent as January of this year, I was getting scores like this every single night. Now, side note, my 3-year-old Rocco has always been a terrible sleeper since the day he was born, and so that doesn't help. But even still today, he's not an amazing sleeper. It's only been a few months since I've really changed my score, and I'm still getting these great scores. So if you have kids or you have little ones that are not great sleepers, it's still possible to get good quality sleep at night. Maybe not those first few months. Like, I get it. And if you're in that phase, my heart is with you, and I hope that you find some peace and relief soon, because wow, do I know the struggle of that. But if you're not and you're ready to start getting some good sleep, these tips will help you. So yeah, I was feeling really stressed out. I was feeling so tired, like just pure exhaustion from probably like 3 o'clock onwards. I was feeling horrible. But when it came time to sleep, my heart was racing. I couldn't fall asleep. My mind was racing. Like it was horrible to feel so exhausted and so tired, yet not be able to sleep and have terrible quality sleep and just kind of have that cycle and wake up the next day and feel like trash again. So my number one tip is to look into getting some blood work done and get your hormones tested, get all your vitamins, your minerals, get everything tested with your practitioner, and try to get some blood work done and see what supplements you're lacking, what nutrients you're lacking, and try to fill in those gaps with either food, or supplements, your nutrition, all of that. Try to really get some blood work done if you can. It's something that I try to do about every 3 to 6 months, even if you can do like a Dutch hormone test. I know they're quite expensive, so maybe that's like a once a year thing, but try to see where your hormones at, especially if you're a woman, especially if you've had kids. I feel like your hormones just change so drastically after pregnancy and postpartum, and it's just really great to kind of get an idea of, wow, for me, one of my main reasons why I was struggling so much is my anemia and my iron deficiencies had just gotten into critical conditions, and I just thought they were low. I had no idea they had gotten so low. So that explains a lot of why I was having that racing heart and that just like stressed out feeling, but also feeling exhausted. It was like the worst combination. So get your blood work done. That will help put you on the right path for sure. Now, things that you can just start doing right now in the meantime without getting any blood work done, these will actually help you to really start to make some progress and to really move the needle. So the first thing I like to do is have a somewhat strict nighttime routine. We hear all this talk about morning routines and how you set yourself up for success in the day, and I love that. I'm all about that. But the only reason I'm able to do that is because of my nighttime routine. So I have basically a set time every night where I'm washing my face, I'm taking a shower, I'm getting in my pajamas, I'm getting ready for bed at a set time every single night. Pro tip, do it early. So as soon as I get my kids to bed at 7:38, I'm getting ready for bed basically like 5 minutes after that, because I want to have my time to really wind down and relax and just give my body that time to like decompress and de-stress. And something about just like having that quiet alone time in my bathroom at the end of the night, it just feels so good. I like dim the lights, I put my diffuser on, sometimes I play music, sometimes I just want pure silence, but getting ready for bed earlier, having that strict nighttime routine, and then even having like a hard stop time of like, I'm gonna stop working at this time, I'm gonna stop being on my computer or my iPad at this time, gonna stop watching TV. Like, have some nighttime routines and rituals in place that's going to help you really to decompress and to wind down, put work away, put your responsibilities away, and take some time to de-stress. Now, right around that time when I get ready for bed, 8 p.m., is when I love to put on my blue light glasses, and Michael always has something to say, but I truly love them. I think they have really, really helped me. I absolutely love them. I really wish they made like prescription blue light glasses because I like to take my contacts out. But then I can't see the TV if I want to watch the TV, and it's like I'm wearing the blue light to block the blue light from the TV, but it's a whole thing. But anyways, put your blue light glasses on. Sometimes you will see me with my regular glasses and then my blue light on top. That's kind of the way I like to do it sometimes, but those blue lights just really help you when you're trying to actually get your body to like go into that resting mode and get ready for sleep. So the blue light from our screens, like the TV and the phone, can actually suppress melatonin production. I personally don't recommend taking melatonin. I've just never had a great experience with it. It gives me like weird dreams and kind of can make me cranky, but I want my body to produce natural melatonin. So wearing those blue lights just helps that your body's producing its natural amount of melatonin. Next up, what you're watching at night actually does matter. So if you're someone that's into all those like true crime shows or just like those high stress, high stimulation shows, I would recommend watching that earlier in the day if you're going to watch that. That's something Michael and I have really, really noticed probably within the past like year. We do not watch anything like high stress or high stimulation at night. And if we do, we watch like one episode in the living room at like 8 o'clock, and then the rest of the night, you know, we're like winding down, watching something pretty chill. Like for us, we just watch like, I don't know, like travel vloggers on YouTube, or we read a book, or we just catch up on, I don't know, like just vloggers that we like to watch usually, or like The Office or Friends or something like that. Just something like chill, low stimulation that's not going to get your heart racing, that's not going to get you also getting hooked and where you're like, I need to watch the next episode, I can't go to sleep. Like, try to watch something calming and relaxing that's not going to make your brain stay awake, not going to make your body go into fight or flight. That's another big reason why I said in the first step, like have a hard stop time for work, because for me that can just get my brain racing, my body racing, I get excited or I get like an idea or something. So I really try not to work in the evenings because then it really impacts my sleep. I know you've heard this one, but either limit your caffeine or have a hard stop time for caffeine. So my body is pretty sensitive to caffeine. So for me, I like to keep it to 1 or 2 small cups of coffee in the morning. Like past 1 o'clock, that's pretty much my cutoff for caffeine. And then I really do basically no alcohol here and there on a special occasion. But what I have noticed from wearing my Oura Ring is even 1 glass of wine or something really impacts my sleep. And most of the time, it's not worth it to me. So that's what's really cool about having that data is, you know, I think before I had that, I would have thought, oh, it's just 1 glass of wine, I've ate healthy all day, whatever, it's not a big deal. And then, you know, I really wouldn't notice that much of an impact on my training or my momming or my working the next day. But once I wore this ring, I could see those trends and be like, wow, it is really impacting my heart rate or my stress levels or my sleep, digestion, all the things. So I limit caffeine, I limit alcohol, but you find like what works for you. Maybe you have to switch to matcha, maybe you have to do no coffee. I know for me, certain coffees really give me jitters. So for me, I'm all about King Coffee, which is like an organic, spore-based, like cordyceps, reishi mushroom, all the things. It's so great for you. So that's the coffee I drink, and I keep it to the morning hours, 1 or 2 cups a day. This next tip has made a huge, talk about like moving the needle. This one has made a huge impact for me, and that is having a smaller dinner. So basically I've been working with a coach for the past few months, and she has given me a lot of like great little tips. And she told me in the very beginning to look at my day as a funnel and kind of eat my bigger meals in the morning, medium, medium at lunch and smallest at dinner. And I was doing it completely backwards, eating like smaller in the morning and my big meal at night, big meal at dinner. And I would notice that on my Oura ring and be like, yeah, your stomach, you're just not having time to, I forget exactly what it said, but basically like I think it was the heart rate. Your heart rate took a long time to like slow down and took a long time to recover at night. And once I started eating smaller meals for dinner, oh my gosh, it helped with everything. It helped with my digestion. It helped with my bloating. It helped with my what I thought were food intolerances or food sensitivities. It helped with me falling asleep and staying asleep. So many things. Because if you're like bloated and full and uncomfortable and your stomach hurts after just this huge meal, it's just really hard for your body to rest. But it's also really hard if you're just uncomfortable and you're in pain. It's hard to fall asleep to that. So really, really has been helpful. It's just have those smaller dinners. I try to keep my dinners also very simple and basic, things that I know are not going to upset my stomach. So just veg, meat, and a carb. I keep it pretty simple. If I'm going to do a dessert, I try to do something very simple for dessert too, like chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered banana, whipped cream and berries, something like that. Something just kind of like simple and easy, a little rice cake. So smaller dinner, smaller dessert, and eat your dinner early. This is something we've just started doing because we have kids and they get hungry early and they go to bed early, and we like to eat dinner as a family. So there's also those benefits, but we eat dinner about 5:30, sometimes 6, but pretty much like 5:30, 5:45. That has made a world of difference to give my body that time to just, like when they talk about intermittent fasting and it's like you kind of are giving your body that time to just like relax and your body isn't doing all that work to digest food. That's kind of what I'm doing essentially, I guess, now that I think about it, but I'm doing it at night. So I stop eating for the night around 6, and then when I wake up in the morning, I eat. But yeah, I never really thought about that because it's kind of backwards. You always hear people talking about not eating in the morning, and that really hasn't worked for me because I need to fuel pre and post workout. But at the nighttime, so much better. Try it out if you haven't yet. You'll just overall feel just so much better in so many different ways. Your head will feel clearer. You'll love it. Okay, supplements. So right around 8 o'clock when I'm getting ready for bed, I take my magnesium citrate. So I had heard for years, like take magnesium at night. It'll really kind of help you relax, help you fall asleep. Love that. But I did not realize there were so many different types of magnesium, and some are going to help relax you and help you fall asleep and help with digestion, and some are for like brain function and different things. So magnesium citrate, Citrate. I'll link the exact one that I use. It's cheap, it's off Amazon, but it's good quality. Michael loves it now too. It's especially great if you're traveling and you're having digestion problems. It just is going to keep you regular. It's going to keep you on track. But yeah, I just love it. Like I said in the beginning, I did do melatonin years ago, and I just kind of got like weird side effects from it. I know not everyone does, and it works for a lot of people, but for me, the magnesium is perfect because it's gentler. It doesn't like knock me out and make me fall asleep. It just relaxes me. It kind of helps me wind down and calm down and naturally helps me fall asleep at a good time. And then in the morning, it helps with my digestion. So I have loved taking magnesium every single night. And then, of course, all of these tips are helpful and they're going to be little tweaks that you can make in your day. But if you're noticing that you're still struggling with your sleep, I want you to take a look at the bigger picture with your nutrition and your workouts, and also just the bigger picture in life. Like, do you have too much on your plate right now? Are you being hard on yourself? Are you focusing too much on like negative self-talk or focusing too much on the wrong things? Are you prioritizing your Bible study time or your time with God? Like, especially that has been the number one thing that has helped with my stress and my worry and my overwhelming sense of peace, and helped me sleep so much better at night. So definitely focus on the bigger picture, focus on those things that are truly going to relax your body and relax your mind. And then falling asleep at night is going to be so much easier. And then, like I said, the other part of that is focusing on your training and focusing on your nutrition and really dialing that in. Like for me, training in the evening, that's something that's going to keep me wired, and I'm not able to do that. So I figure out a way to where I can train in the morning, where I can eat at smaller dinner at night, like just really focusing on dialing in your nutrition and your training, focus on your bigger picture and your priorities in your life, and then these small little tips that I've shared with you today, if you combine all of those 3 things, you are going to feel amazing and have the best sleep score of your life. So the only things that I have done over the past few months to improve my sleep score, just focused on the bigger picture, focused on dialing in my nutrition and my training, and then those little tips that I've shared with you guys today. You will feel amazing. You'll thank me later. If you guys do any of these tips, please let me know down below in the comments, or if there's anything that I forgot to add to this list that you're like loving for helping your sleep routine lately, share those down below too. Or if you're like struggling and going through it with a new baby that's not sleeping, I'm here for you. I want to hear from all of you guys. Again, please make sure to subscribe so you'll see my new video next week, and I will see you guys then. Bye.